the Knitting Place podcast. This is really weird because we are recording and we haven't done this in a very long time.
Yeah, versus going live is what that
Right.
means.
And when we go live on YouTube, we have a special screen. It tells us how many people are coming on or how many
comments. You can see your comments, right?
How long we've been recording. This is very different. Oh, well, I don't have my glasses on.
28 seconds. Not that long yet. But anyway, so we wanted to go back to the old format because it would give us a little more flexibility in terms of, when we did it and when it came out.
Flexibility. Let's just talk about flexibility. It's 8:30 p.m. on Monday. We have been working all day, putting kits together, uploading yarn. Leave us to our own devices, and we could be here until midnight.
We'd be here until midnight making kits. No, it's true.
It's
we
crazy.
had to stop at some point.
Oh my goodness!
But it was fun. But this way, we thought that if we recorded on Monday, then we'd have time to edit and whatever needed to be done to it, right?
Yes, we will
maybe
be including.
Edit's not the right word.
Not necessarily editing, but we will be uploading titles and.
Get the microphone.
Oh, maybe we should get that.
I'm going to get that. I'm just realizing. You keep
including
saying
show notes, but we'll be able to put, I guess, on the frame the title of the garment that we're discussing.
Right.
And a lot of people are always asking us, can you repeat the pattern? So sometimes it's a little bit different if you could see the actual name of the pattern while we're discussing it. So we're going to give this a try. We're trying to mix up the algorithm as well with YouTube. We'll see how this goes with a recorded video as opposed to something like going live.
It'll always be there.
It'll always be there, just as a live would. The unfortunate thing is that we won't be able to engage with you live, but hopefully you'll leave comments down below and engage with us that way.
But we'll still do our lives that we do in the afternoons.
Oh, on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yes, you can always find us live on Instagram. So definitely if you want to interact with us and ask us questions, you can certainly head over to Instagram. Again, turn on your notifications so you can be notified when we do go live. You can find me. I'm Dina. You can find me at The Knitting Place on Instagram, Ravelry, and Facebook.
I am Pam, or Pam Sap on Instagram and Ravelry, and Pam Sapienza on Facebook.
This is podcast number 155.
Correct.
And we're going to get started. It's been a couple of weeks. Pam was away.
Yes,
and
yes.
You want
I
to tell us
know.
about
I was
your vacation?
I was thinking that we podcast last week. And you were telling me, you've got your notifications.
My sounds.
Well, I went to Florida to visit my brother and sister-in-law who live in the Clearwater, Tampa area. Actually, they live in Clearwater. Of course, you fly into Tampa. I will say that we had knock wood, we had a great flight down and a great flight back with no delays, no cancel. I feel like I have a hair in my mouth. No cancellations. And the weather was nice. It's Florida in August, so it is warm. It's kind of humid. But we had fun. It was nice not having a schedule. We went to a couple of different beaches. We went to a movie. We went to St. Petersburg. We did a lot of fun things. So that was my time in Florida.
Lovely.
And
I know your brother enjoyed your company.
He did.
He kept calling even after she came home.
He messaged me today to tell me that his they put 2 new trees on their lawn. One is called a silver something, and the other is some kind of a palm tree. But we were fascinated because the palm comes up just straight, and then in a day or two it just fanned open.
Wow.
It was beautiful. Amazing how that grows. But one of them had done that, so he sent me a message today saying that the
second one had done the same thing.
Things were coming up, but they hadn't opened yet. So it's very interesting. Different climates, different regions, different flowers and things like that.
It's nice.
But you know what they have in their front yard that's beautiful? I have a picture of it. I guess you could say it's like a bush, but it's the flowers that, not it's flower, it's like leaves, but they're like a light yellow green, and then they're green, and they turn red in the sun. Beautiful.
I don't know if I know.
Yeah, I don't know what they are either, but they're beautiful. Anyway, so we had a wonderful time. And, of course, they had a pool, so we would come home and we would sit in the pool.
Nice.
You know, in Florida, they call it a lanai. You're in the lanai. The lanai is where the pool is. And there's a pass out from the kitchen. So if you're in the kitchen, you could pass food out.
Oh, cute.
You know, but they have a TV out there.
That's fun.
So, you know, you could be in the pool, you could watch TV, you know, while you're floating around.
Sounds fun. Did you have a beer in the pool?
No, I did not.
Were you?
We're not drinkers. We're not big drinkers. I mean, we would go out and maybe we would have a drink.
Did you have your knitting in the pool?
Not in the pool.
Did you ever see the TikTok where they have like that shoebox, like a bucket?
Yeah.
They put their knitting in, and they're like these two women. They're floating, and they're knitting in the pool, and they've got their yarn and the plastic.
If I did that, you know what would happen to me? It would flip over into the pool. It was funny because they have a dog who's about 65 pounds. So she's a decent-sized dog, and she gets anxious when people go in the pool, so she paces around the pool. And when I got back home, they told me she fell in.
Did she swim? She was so anxious about not going in.
She never goes in the pool. She never goes in water.
And now, does she want to go in?
Well, I don't know since she fell in the other day if she's going in all the time, but she was able to swim when she went in. How funny is that?
You have to ask Hal and Michael. Yeah. That is funny.
Anyway, so we had a very relaxing time away, which was nice, and we got to visit, you know, which was fun.
Awesome. Well, we missed you.
Well, I thank you for missing me. It's always nice to be missed.
Yes, of course, always. Glad you enjoyed your time away.
Why don't you ask me about my knitting while I was gone?
How was your knitting, Pam? This is a good one. She pulled the Dina.
Yeah, actually, we did the same thing at the same time. That's so funny, isn't it? It's true. I was working on our Dunedrifter knit-along, Zoom knit-along, and I was on the front side coming across. I had started it. I had plenty of time to work on it, and I went across. I did the neck shaping. I just had to finish the other side.
I'm like, wow, Pam, you knit that so quickly. We literally were talking about, I think in our last episode, how if you do 2 repeats on the Dunedrifter, it usually takes about an hour. She's like, oh no, I haven't had any time to knit. I'm away. I got no knitting done.
Well, the funny thing was, my brother, he doesn't know. They don't know. My sister-in-law knits, but my brother doesn't know knitting. So I said, well, I have to do another so many rows. So I was progressing as I was there. Needless to say, I no sooner the day I land, I get home, and I'm unpacking, and I get a phone call from Dinah.
Yeah, I'm like, how's your knitting? Are you done? I was so excited because I knew we had the podcast coming up, and I'm thinking, wow, at least one of us will be in the right spot. I had to kind of shelf mine because I was doing the test knit. Go on.
And so when I was on the plane, I was working on it, and I said, wait a second, now I'm done with the neck increase. I said there was something about it that didn't seem right, or I had a question. And so when I got home and Dinah called, I said, I want to ask you about this Dunedrift. You can see it's late. It's evening time, right?
I'm sorry, Pam.
It's okay. No relation to the story.
No.
But anyway, I realized that to put it in very simple terms, you knit across the back and you pick up on the side and you come around the front, right? So what I did was when I did my pickup, of course you're in a hurry and you always know what you're doing, right? I picked up, but I never knit across my sleeve stitches. So the front I was working was actually only up to the bottom of my armhole. I had nothing up here. So
her V-neck basically came down to her belly button.
Correct. So, and it's funny, when I was there, one morning I was knitting, I said, something doesn't seem right. The rows don't seem long enough. I counted my stitches, and I said, but I was thinking the sleeve goes on at the other end. I don't know what I was thinking. And in any event, of course, it was a big faux pas. And
I asked Pam to actually post it.
Well, because I was so annoyed, I just started ripping it right away when I was talking to Dinah. So I ripped the whole thing out, except for the pickup. And now I am re-knitting. And that became another problem, was re-knitting on yarn you've already knit on. Because Dinah did a similar thing. She didn't do the neck thing that I did. She did something else. What'd you do?
Oh, I had a missed stitch. So we were discussing how...
What do you mean a missed stitch?
So...
Just a drop stitch?
When you drop a stitch, usually you get ladders and you realize, oh wow, I lost a stitch and it dropped down. what happened to me was while we were
You never realized you
canvassing
dropped
the knitting,
it.
Ronnie happened to notice that there was some kind of a bump in my knitting.
It was the drop stitch.
I missed knitting it. It wasn't dropped. The stitch kind of overlapped, or it looked like I was maybe went to do a two together, which I wouldn't have done
in the middle of a stockinette.
In the middle of a stockinette section. However, there was a stitch that I just neglected to knit. And I proceeded about 6 inches, and I think it was Ronnie and Meryl came in, and we were talking about how the knitting is so uneven. And we discussed this in our class. Knitting sideways is it's not that it's very different, but your tension is going sideways. And when you need to knit a certain number of rows, or it doesn't necessarily matter if you're going in length. But in this particular piece, because there's a lace border, you need to have your row gauge on point. You need to get to a certain width. You need to have the V-neck centered. Everything is very precise. So I know for myself, if I see I'm pulling a little tight, I'll try to loosen on the next row. And it's this like game going back and forth. My tension is so erratic. And that's when we were comparing tension. I had to rip. I tried to pick up the drop stitch, but because there was no drop, I was taking yarn from the fabric.
Tightening up the
exactly.
Stitches.
So it created a ridge going horizontal, which didn't work, which forced me to rip back. And I think that's why I was hoping Pam would be in the right spot.
Yeah, we were hoping, and we had to do a Zoom in a few days, and we were hoping against hopes, but it didn't work. We neither one of us was finished.
We weren't ready.
But that was okay. It worked out.
It worked out. We made swatches. We figured out a way to.
But we were not happy that we were knitting on yarn that had already been knit on.
No,
because it gets curly, and then when you're knitting stockinette.
Pam wanted to steam the yarn. I knit through the yarn and then I steamed it. We both wound it loosely. I suggested don't pull tight, and I think the impetus is to actually pull tight when you unravel yarn. Yeah, let us know what you guys do. I think I was at a TNNA show back in the day, and somebody had spoken about rewinding yarn and advising me not to pull tightly because the tension of the yarn will change.
Correct.
And if you pull tightly, that yarn will be thinner than the originally skeined yarn.
Right. And change your gauge.
Right. And now if you steam your yarn,
same thing will happen.
You will flatten it or maybe change the gauge as well. So you really don't want to do that. Right.
So, and of course, the part of the sweater that we're knitting is the front coming across. If it was the back, you wouldn't have minded as much, but we felt as though, yes, you can see it there.
You could see. I mean, the tension is, I don't know if it's getting blown out, but it's like a little bumpy.
Yeah. But you steamed it, and it's steamed
this
out
section
nicely.
I haven't steamed yet, but I definitely steamed out this section. A wet block will hopefully make it better, but we'll talk about that in the whips.
There you go.
Want to talk about what you're wearing?
I am wearing my Anker summer shirt, or I think that's what they call an Anker summer shirt, by Petite Knit, and it's uses Lena, which is from Santa's Garn, and it is cotton linen viscose blend. It's a popular yarn in the shop, and Jen is smiling.
It is.
Oh, you're wearing it too, actually.
Yeah.
And it's a great summer yarn. And every summer I knit myself at least one top out of Lena, which I did this summer as well. I knit my boy lollipop out of Lena.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, Dana.
No, you're fine.
And that's what I'm wearing. This was a top that we knit at the very beginning of the pandemic. I think it was before the pandemic, going into the pandemic. And we had a class of people, a bunch of people that knit this. And I will say they have so many different versions of the sweater.
Long sleeves, short sleeves, babies.
Yeah, they have baby one pieces that have the Anker. They have
cardigan.
Hats,
is that a cardigan?
And they have a cardigan. They have hats that have the Anker. This and it's a great pattern. I might suggest if you're just starting to make sweaters, because there's no short rows, and the increases that you are doing, it's not make ones either.
No.
So which I know some people find difficult when they first start. So I think this is a very beginner-friendly sweater pattern if you want to make, if you're just starting to make sweaters. And I like knitting with the Lena because it has that little bit of man-made fiber in it that I find makes the cotton nicer to knit with. But that's my personal preference. You know, I know a lot of people like 100% cotton. I tend to like to have a little artificial stuff in there. You know?
Sorry guys, it looks like I'm not paying attention and I'm writing, but I'm actually writing notes so that I can go in and do the show notes later. So my apologies. I am paying attention, and that's why.
Okay, let's test her. What'd I say? No, I'm only teasing. But that's what I am wearing. But Dinah's going to tell us now what she's wearing.
I have an FO. I'm wearing the Thea top. It's designed by Susanne Muller, and I think in her Ravelry shop it's called Paula Strict. So I will put that in. I also use Lena. We have kits. This is what we twinned with. Pam and I.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We had, it's like a twin kit. It's My Boy Lollipop and the Thea top. Both of them, it's the same kit.
You can make
either top.
Right.
Exactly. They both use 6 skeins. I'm trying to go to my Ravelry page to see.
Of course, always check your size and the number of yards skeins we kitted it with.
Yeah, so we used 6 skeins for the kit. I'm going to the project page to let you know what size I'm making. The Thea top, I want to say it's the 3rd size.
Large?
I didn't write it down.
Oh, well.
I believe it's a size 3. But I will put that in the show notes.
Did you make it longer than she recommends?
Good question. Full disclosure? You want to know the truth?
No. You don't remember?
No. What I ended up doing is I used up all the yarn, like literally.
Oh, you were saying that's why you did. Dinah did her ribbings before she finished the length of the sweater.
Yes, I think we showed you last time that I did my neckline and I did the armbands, and I decided to go to the very end. And I was telling Pam this morning, I was using, I had been using my kitchen scale to make sure to weigh how much yarn it took to do a round. And at the very end, they request that you do, the designer suggested a tubular bind-off, which takes less yarn. So I estimated based on what I would knit, because when you do a knit and slip, you're not using as much.
Right.
I literally had like a yard left.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So I used 5 skeins in full disclosure, and so I don't know if I necessarily added length. I can check, when I'm done. One thing I do want to share is that I love that I'm wearing a bra with no tank top underneath. I love that it covers. I love the depth of the scoop neck. It's a very basic top. It's a vanilla tank, but it's one of these pieces that I feel like with a denim jacket. Yeah. If I had a blazer
you could put something over it. And
exactly.
That'd be very comfortable.
It's just a basic. We
do have kits for it, which we'll share with you later on.
Why don't we show them the colors that we uploaded now?
Yep.
So, can you see the length? You can't even see it.
No, you can't. We measured it before. There it is. It was about 21 inches, we said.
Yeah, 21 inches in length. You're
From
right.
the shoulder down. Which
that
tends to be a length that we usually end up doing.
This was steamed and it wasn't wrinkled, so that's what happens when you exactly.
Sit. So we have kits on the website. We are not going to show you all the colors, but we're going to show you colors that we added.
Yes.
That are different. Go ahead, Dinah, you go.
This colorway is called Chartreuse. It's color number 9825. Let's see if it's getting blown out here.
Ooh, no, go the other way. No. Flip it back, maybe. That's better, I think. Try showing it now. That's better.
There we go.
There you go.
So this is Chartreuse. It's a beautiful shade of green. I love it.
It's pretty.
It's a very happy color. Go ahead.
This is a pink. I'm not sure which pink it is.
It's called Peach Flower, believe it or not.
It's not. I am wearing raspberry cream is what this is.
I would say it's a lighter shade in the same family as there it is.
There you go.
That is the Peach Flower.
Yep.
It's color number, 4033.
Correct.
This is Blue Hortensia. It's 6032.
Pretty. That looks great with jeans.
Yes, great denim color.
And we sold out on out of the almond color, and this is 2330. Oops, 2331, 2331. And there you go. It's a nice beige.
It's called light beige.
There you go.
Yeah.
So these are the new colors. We also have the blue that I made my Boy Lollipop in. There's, what's that pink, lavender or something? What's it called? Lavender.
There's some new colors up on the site. I don't recall all of them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the slate is out of stock.
Pearl gray is up there. It's like a lavender pink is up there.
We should probably just go over this because some people don't know. We've gotten a lot of comments. People don't know how to find the kits. So if you log into theknittingplaceny.com, you're going to get this screen here.
Closer.
That's the Knitting Place.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you can do in the search field is search for kits or go to shop online and it'll bring up the products page. Now, what Pam and I are talking about is a kit that's called My Boy Lollipop and Thea. If you just type in any one of those words,
Thea. It's the
Thea
thing.
is the shortest one.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. I'm going to type in Thea and I hit the search field and then it comes up. So that's how you search for a specific kit. There are several pages of kits, and unfortunately, the kits don't land in chronological order. So sometimes if you see something live, some people get frustrated.
It'll be on page 6. It's not going to be on page 1.
Not necessarily. So if you're looking to purchase something quickly, I know some of you get upset because things sell out quick when we go live, especially if we have one of a kind. The best way to do it is enter the name of the kit in the search field.
Or go to the bottom of the podcast where the link is for the kits.
Yes, but that could already be, it depends on when we're featuring the podcast.
Well, that goes not long.
I'm talking about Instagram Live.
Oh, you're talking about Instagram Live.
Yeah, in the
Okay,
show notes we do include, what Pam is referring to is the links at the bottom.
Right.
They do have the
link to the Ravelry pattern,
goes
if it's
straight
a
to the
Ravelry
pattern,
or
mm-hmm.
to the website, to the kit.
Correct.
On the website.
Right. So you don't have to type it all in.
Right.
And then if you click the picture that's on the website, there's going to be a little scroll down or a little option, a drop down. It says options. And then if you press on that, you'll get a whole bunch of options and you'll see all the colors that are available in
and
stock.
if it's out of stock, it'll say out of stock.
Right. So now that I'm here, there's ochre, pearl gray, rose lavender, orange tiger, pistachio, regatta blue. I think that was your blue.
Yes, it was.
The peach flower and the chartreuse, blue hortensia, and the light beige are the colors I just showed you.
Yep. So you have or go to the website, search Lina, Line, and pick your own color.
Right, based on the size that you need. And if you need fewer skeins and you don't want to buy the kit, you can certainly do that. If you need to buy a kit and buy an additional skein, you go to Lina and just type in the color number or look it up by color name.
So there you go.
Options.
So that's what Dinah's wearing. Not only is it an FO, it's what she's wearing, and it's an FO, and it's a kit.
There you go.
That? Trifecta.
Trifecta.
There you go.
All right. Shall we
so funny.
Go into whips?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. What do you want to start with?
I only brought 2 today.
That's what I have as well. Let's talk about
I haven't
this.
really worked on anything because I've been busy with my test knit, which unfortunately...
It's not yet done. Almost, though. Very close.
So this is my Dunedrifter, as Pam was saying. I unfortunately had a setback as well, which I discussed earlier.
You can see her neck shaping, though.
Yes. I've hit the V. I did all the decreasing, and on my way back up, I haven't quite finished yet, but I'm working my way up to complete my V. I don't think I am.
Well, you're going to add, are you adding 2 more repeats on the back?
Yes, I have to. Yeah. So I still have a ways to go. I hope to have
You're
this
closer
done.
to the finish line than you are.
Yeah, I'm close. I was struggling because I wanted to knit on this, but I really wanted to get my test knit done. Clearly, I failed,
but
Natasja.
You got this done.
I know. This was just easy to do when I was with company.
Right. Well, that's what you have to do.
Yeah, I have my sister-in-law in from Israel with my nephew, so we've been very busy, and I haven't had that much knitting time. So
You still got an FO though.
Yeah, I only had ribbing to do, 5 rounds. I was like, let me get this done at least.
You mean you weren't just into the armhole done? No. It's so funny.
Didn't have much to do on this one. Although the tubular bind off took,
that takes time, the tubular bind off.
Yeah.
Did you do that while you were away?
No.
I was going to say no. That's kind of tedious. No. It would be hard to do.
No, in company.
There you go.
I'd have to have Susanne Bryan playing nonstop.
Don't talk to me. Don't talk
to Nancy.
And certainly don't have a
Skip
drink.
over the pearl.
Exactly. Well, I also, as we discussed at the very beginning, this is my Dunedrifter. And I
do love it, and I can't wait to finish. Like, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I know summer is coming to
Yeah, but you can still wear this for a while.
Definitely feel like I'm going to get a lot of use out of the Thea. I can't wait to wear the Dunedrifter.
Yeah.
Amy finished it. She's the first one to finish it in our class. She did a beautiful job. I should pull it up and show you while Pam is doing that. Here it is. This is her Dunedrifter all done. So we're excited to feature that. Fabulous.
She did a great job,
yeah,
Amy.
It's also her first time knitting side to side.
Right, and she said a lot, and most of the people in the class said they learned a lot. So this is mine. You can't see anything. That's the back, so you can see the lace pattern. Is this the pickup? Is that the pickup? Yeah, so I have done the right shoulder, and I have started the decrease. I have about, I think I have 2 more or 3 more to do on the neckline decrease, and then I just have the neckline increase to do.
So even we are human, and we make errors, and that's okay.
And there's my knit-on yarn.
Gorgeous.
It's a little
you
wrinkly. It needs a steam.
I think once it's steamed,
I just pulled it off the needle.
Did you really?
I did, yeah. Let me just scoot that right back on. So we don't want to have a problem. No, that's what happens when you're not careful. When I am not careful.
Did you have another marker in there?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I
for
didn't
the 4?
have one on
Okay.
the 4. I didn't have one on the 4. But anyway, so I'm using the merino linen.
Oh, I didn't mention that, yeah.
Yes, merino linen in the colorway brick. Right?
Yes, and mine is merino linen in the colorway electric pink candy.
Very electric.
Kind of bright, yeah.
It's nice though.
Matches my
fun.
nails.
There you go.
Which is unintended. If I can only get it done by next week,
then
I'll
you
still
can
have my nails
all the
in
more
the same
reason that you
color.
should work on it, right?
How many of you match your knitting to match your nails to your knitting?
Exactly. So
Too
anyway,
funny.
that's one of my whips.
Dunedrifter.
How did I ever do that? I've got the yarn now.
By the way, the pattern is designed by Wool.and.Pines, in case we didn't mention that.
Yeah.
Pattern's available on Ravelry. It takes, I guess you could look at we do have Dunedrifter kits, and you can certainly curate your own.
Yeah.
Dunedrifter by Wool.
Now, I may go into an additional skein, but I also made mine longer. So
she means, well, we did add length, but you also added width.
I added another 2 repeats on the front and back. So of course I would use more yarn doing that. So just keep that in mind as you're doing it.
Yes. So far, I don't know if I will need a 3rd skein. I have one handy, ready to go in case I do. And it'll probably be one of those touch and go.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen too. Exactly. I think if I need it, it won't be for much.
Okay, so this is Jorah. Jorah was released on Friday. I was away. We were off, so I was not able to promote or show kits for it. This is the beautiful top designed by Natasja Hornb. It's got a lovely yoke. Color work, and kind of call them bubbles, if you will. And interestingly, if you look, the bubbles kind of go, there's a bubble pattern going on in the body of the sweater. Yeah. It's got a beautiful detail going down the side, and she incorporated that. Isn't that nice? She incorporated that down the seam, if you will, or the decrease section of the sleeve. It's got a little bit of a poof. I don't know if you could see that. It's very subtle.
Does it have a poof?
Well, do you see what happens
Yeah.
here? Well, you can't see it on
Yeah.
this sleeve, but she calls it like a slight poof. There's like a little increase there. I haven't, again, blocked it out or anything, but it does happen right in there.
It's amazing. That's the fingering weight yarn that Dinah has there.
Fingering weight yarn with the mohair.
With mohair, and I'm feeling it. It feels like it's heavier than that.
It's crazy, but it's not.
Doesn't
right.
it? I think that's because you use Cocan. It's a lovely yarn.
But everyone used fingering weight.
I know. I'm not saying that I'm just saying I think that's the Cocan, though. It's a great yarn.
It's fabulous.
It's a great body to it.
Yeah, look at this. I'm so excited.
Yeah, look at that side detail.
It's very pretty. So I can't wait. I still need to finish off the cuff. She calls for a 17.5-inch sleeve. I'm not sure how far I will go. I feel like my
arm down.
Yeah, I could do a little bit more.
Yeah, I think. What happens at the bottom?
Oh, I still have to do a 2-inch rib.
Oof. Well, you don't want to cut your sleeve too short.
No, I don't like it when the sleeve feels short. I don't mind it to
come down a little bit.
And if you see Natasja over there, it looks very pretty.
Hers looks like a longer sleeve.
Yes. It is intended to have a longer sleeve.
There's no color work down there, is there?
No.
Lovely. It does have a poof to it. You can see.
Let's show them the picture. So there it is. And we could read to you what she wrote. Breathing dreams like air, step into the world of timeless sophistication with Jorah, a sweater that effortlessly bridges the gap between elegance and excitement. Jorah's charm lies within the graphic but graceful colorwork that is mirrored in the stitch pattern of the body. The sweater's sleek silhouette is designed to complement a variety of body shapes, ensuring everyone feels their best. With Jorah, you'll captivate attention while feeling composed, comfortable, and stylish throughout the day.
It's always nice when the designer takes comfort in wearing the piece, into consideration.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. So
lovely.
It's been fun to knit. Again, I had a little snafu. I pulled a different color, which again set me back, but I'm back on track. And I can't wait to finish.
Good for you.
And that's all I brought because that's all I've been working on.
Well, that's all. It's 3 things. I have something I took to Florida with me because I said, let's take a project that is, portable.
Compact,
right. Mm-hmm. So I decided to start, and I don't have a picture of it now, the Positivity Beanie from Tori Yu.
I'll pull it up.
Which I think came out last year, I think. And what it has, if you're not familiar with it, it has smiley faces, and they alternate being right side up and upside down. I think I am going to take this out, though, although I did my double, it's fingering weight yarn, I did my ribbing, it's doubled and it's attached. But on the yarn, we weren't sure if I knit with the Lang Alpaca Light, which, as you can see, is a bit of a has like a it's like a mohair almost, but it's a little thicker. But it was, I don't think, thick enough for this project because I think I lost some of the face detail in the faces. So now I'm going to have to take that out, and either I will have to double this or hold it with a fingering yarn, or just do a fingering yarn. Right?
Yes.
So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I haven't decided. But what I have done will come out because I don't like the way it looks.
So interesting. She's using just fingering weight yarn. It looks like she used the Pearl Soho Posy, and it looks like she used that for both.
Yeah, I may end up doing that.
Ripping back and just using a sock yarn?
Maybe. I mean, the sock yarn I have, that I took a mini skein.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hedgehog mini skein, and I find.
Excuse me.
Didn't I take a hedgehog mini skein? I did.
I don't remember which
I believe I did.
it was.
But I think the hedgehog fingering yarn is a thinner ply. It's a thinner yarn.
Well, it's a 4-ply.
Right.
It is a 4-ply, but are you using squishy?
I'm using Cocan.
Oh. So Kokon might feel a little bit more robust.
Right, so I'm not convinced that that's the right yarn to put with that.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I have to decide what I'm going to do.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned to see what I do.
Do you think Pam should double the alpaca and get a fuzzy smiley face? Or do you think she should rip back and use a flat yarn? We're going to get you guys to engage with us, even though we're not live.
I don't know. Anyway, so that is my...
What about one strand of each?
Of what?
The 4-ply and the alpaca lace.
I could do that. We'll
That'll
see.
give it like some...
I may try. I mean, you know what? I'll know in a round or two if it's right. It's not like I have to knit the whole smiley face to know. I'll know right away. So I may try it a few different ways. We'll see. But anyway...
Maybe you could take a poll. Which way do you like better?
Well,
I guess ultimately it's up to you.
Ultimately, we'll see which way it knits better, right? Anyway, so that is I have not worked on the girls' blankets.
Did you take them with you?
No,
they were too bulky.
They were too bulky on the plane. I would have loved to, but they were too bulky. And I also have not worked on my everyday cowl from Andre Maury. I put that aside so I could. Well, I wanted to get the Dunedrifter done. So, probably I've knit, the knitting I've done is I've more than knit the whole sweater because
we both joked that
took it out.
We take 5 steps forward and go 10 steps back, and it's crazy. And I'm almost wondering, should I cut back? I mean, I want to knit. I swear I have cast on itis. I don't know how you guys are. But the more I want to cast on, I feel like the more mistakes or the more careless I'm getting.
I find that
trying to rush through
even
everything.
Beth McDonaldstone did that in a post. She was making a sweater. I think it was a Caitlin Hunter sweater. And she misread the directions. And she left out one of the lace repeats in the body of the sweater. So, you either learn to not mind taking it out or it doesn't bother you. Which, like I think she made the ribbing longer or something like that. You can do that.
Yeah.
Even my husband said to me, because we were away and he saw me working on this thing. Went home, I had to rip the whole thing out.
Oh, when I was ripping my sweater in the car when we moved Sophie back, Ellis was like, how could you do that? Like, he couldn't believe that I was so willing to take hours of knitting, rip it out in seconds, and then get back on the horse and just do it again.
Well, that's what my husband said. He said, I can't believe you're doing that.
Yeah.
He said, I couldn't do that.
He couldn't do it either.
So I don't know. It shows you that knitters must be very patient people.
Oh, definitely.
Right?
Yes. 100%.
Stick-to-itiveness.
100%.
Right? So that's all I have for whips.
Okay. How about we go into what's new in the shop?
Sure. What do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about our Plump delivery. We are fully stocked with the full color range of Plump from Spincycle.
A full complement of Plump.
I honestly, it's the first time I think we've had every color in any of their bases.
Yeah,
it's so fun.
Well, 2 weeks ago when we podcast, I believe we showed you our Bettys that were made out of the Plump, right?
Yeah.
Which I should go over there and get one. I'm just going to run over and get it, Dinah.
Okay.
We had gotten the Plump delivery, and Dinah and I both thought that there's an item we make in the shop. Don't we have 2 of them?
Yeah, we have Maria's. She has to pick that up. Let's talk about what's on the girls, since Pam just stood up for a second. This here's the Sophie shawl. It was done using 3 colors. 1 color worked to the center, and then a pinstripe, or two rows per color. That's Ronnie's inspiration. And over here on this girl, we have Susanne, who finished the same Sophie shawl using that same method of one solid.
This colorway.
So we got a huge delivery of Madeline Tosh. However, we are not fully stocked in all of our DK colors. We got a fabulous delivery in fingering weight. So we'll go over that. This here is Born Slippy finished. It is knit in the noir, Tweedy Noir from Hedgehog Fibers. And Ronnie was using, I believe it was the 7th floor Tweed DK in the colorway Dolphin. So we'll show you that after. And over here, we have Lisa, who finished the Painting Stripes shawl using art yarns. And that's a fabulous, fabulous kit. We have kits on the website. The shawl is beautiful. And the yarn is luscious. It's the Merino Cloud from Art Yarns. So we just figured we would cover all the the ladies, our fangirls standing behind us, cheering us on.
I know, our audience.
Exactly. So we're going to show you the Plump Betty.
Yeah. So we have two different colorways. You've seen, we showed this last time on the podcast. This is the colorway Echo, Echo.
Right, which is a new color.
With like a Barbie color palm. And this is, let's see if I get it right this time. This is Ghost Ranch. And it has a taupe color palm on it. And it's a great quick knit. It's good for gifts. It's good for yourself. You put it around and you pull it through.
Fabulous.
And thank you, Maria, for letting us borrow this. And
she actually left it so that we could adjust the pom-pom. And
right.
It is ready for pickup.
And the palms on these two that I'm showing you are faux palms. They are not real fur.
Yes. So you actually can weave them through. They have ties, which are removable. I'll show you that we tied it in, put in a bow. If you want to anchor it
and
further,
there you go.
You can put it, weave in the ends through a button with large holes, and that'll anchor it better.
So we usually do, and it varies. Sometimes we do a faux palm, sometimes we do a real palm. It basically depends on what color matches what.
Correct.
So there you go.
Ghost Ranch and Echo.
There you go.
So we got all the new colors.
We have all the new colors, and we'll show them to you now, right?
Yes.
There you go, Diana.
Now they are available on the website as Betty Cowl kits, but some of you want to just buy a skein to knit a hat. As a matter of fact, you can buy the kit and knit a hat.
Yeah, you can.
The Georgia hat. Is it the Georgia hat?
I don't know. That doesn't.
You know, I did.
There is
post.
a hat. They do have a hat up on Ravelry for. I thought it was 2 skeins. Is it? I thought it was
could
a 2
be.
skein hat, but if I believe it's a 2 skein hat, and you can knit 2 hats out of it. I think that's my recollection.
I thought there was one with one color, but I could be wrong. So here's some project ideas that do use the Plump. What I did is I went to the yarn and I looked at projects knit in this particular yarn. Of course, we're featuring our Big Betty Plump, which I don't think is on Ravelry. Liebling, which is designed by Camilla Bad.
What is it? Oh, I saw that. That's a
circular yoke sweater using one colorway. There's the Felix pullover that somebody knit by Savory Knitting. The Comer sweater. The double Plump hat designed by Knitting Ruined My Life. I like that title. Water is Life hat designed by Lavanya Petrosella. And that's a free pattern, by the way. There's the Plump cardigan, which is also designed by Knitting Ruined My Life. And there's an Easy and Free by Karina Spencer. I'm not sure what the Easy and Free was.
Is it a hat?
I forgot.
We'll find out. The colorway I'm holding in my hand right now is the Space, is it Oddity?
Yes.
Space Oddity, which is lovely. You see those beautiful colors? And we paired it with, this wasn't the palm it was paired with. Hold on 1 second. Here it is. This happens to be a real palm. I call it a clay color. It's almost a clay kind of color. And it goes beautifully with that Space Oddity. With all those great colors in there. There's another color that came in that is called Valley Girl. Look at that. How great is Valley Girl? Valley Girl is also featured with a real palm. Look how great that is. Now the real palms are snaps. They snap on. So you have to sew the piece on and then you can snap it in and you can take it off if you want to launder the piece. Let's see, what's next? Let's see. Oh, I love this one. Where is that yarn? Where's that colorway?
Which one?
The one that went with this.
That was
Castaway. I don't see it here.
Oh, do you want me to go get it?
It's okay. We have Ghost Ranch, which is what Dinah is wearing. And we have that shown with a brown palm and with the color palm that Dinah is wearing, the taupe palm. Oh, that's not true. Maybe that's not true. I believe that's what it is. Oh, no. We have it shown with the brown palm and this lovely rainbow palm. It kind of matches it. Look at the colors in it. And I think this is the last one like this, so that you have 2 options on Ghost Ranch. We did this one. Where is it now? The Stay Ready. There's a new color that came in. Everyone knows Stay Ready. We paired that with a black palm.
Do you verb of a lot?
I think this is verb. Is this? Do you have it there? Is this verb of a lot or is this echo? It's echo. I don't think I have verb of a lot.
Let me get it.
This is the Castaway, another new color that has come in, and we love this one. As a matter of fact, this is the last one that is left. It is with a palm. That if I take this palm and I kind of split it, you see the blue in there? So it picks up the blue and the color that's in the, look at that, the Castaway. Love that one. This is another new one. This is Deep Bump. No, Deep Bump's not new. There was another new color. Oh, they're on the other side. No, there was another new color, Dinah, wasn't there? It looked like this.
Do you have Miss Me over there?
No, I do not.
Do you have Under the
Oh, wait,
Wave?
I think I have Miss Me. I do have Miss Me. I do have Miss Me.
Do you have Under the Wave?
No, that's the one I was thinking of, Under the Wave.
Do you have Bruised Ego and Bellacore?
No,
Oh, they all sold.
they did, you see. Now, I have to look, Dinah, because I'm not sure. Did we put this with Deep Bump or did we put it with
Deep
this?
Bump.
Okay, so this is with Deep Bump. It's a great palm that has a golden tipping, and that is Deep Bump. It goes beautifully. I don't know what we put with this. I think we did this. This is what we did with it. This is Miss Me, and there it is with a beautiful matching palm. Go ahead, Dinah.
Under the Wave?
Under the Wave. I don't know what. Oh, that's this one. Didn't we put this with it?
I don't recall.
I believe so. The Mint. What do you have there?
Bruised Ego.
Bruised Ego had a navy palm. So there you go. That goes with a navy palm. And then this one I think we did with a brown palm, which I just saw here. Give me 1 second. I will find it. Here it is. With a brown palm. And
Verb of a Lot.
what did that go with? That I'm not sure. That went with a, that I'm not sure.
Flamingo.
Flamingo. It might be over there. Is this flamingo? Is that flamingo?
I think so.
Yeah. There you go.
And last but not least is the Neverary.
And what did that go with?
Cornflower Blue.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, that's not, it wasn't, it might be over there, Dinah. I didn't see it on the table before. You see it there? That's the other one.
Well, there's a pretty cornflower blue palm. I don't know if I can get it right now.
Do you want me to look?
Well, it's in here.
Yep. It's a, it's very pretty. It matches this. It's almost like, I don't want to say it's a denim-y palm, but it's close.
You definitely have more?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I saw them before when I was looking for the other one. But anyway, that is, I mean, I certainly could bring it up on the website. You found it? There you go. Look how pretty that goes together. There you go. Lovely. So that is the Nebuary, which is another new color for us.
Right.
And we still have the other ones, like we had Sex on the Beach and
Vibe Check.
Vibe Check, yep.
What else was there? Rosy Maple.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
they're all on the website. There's a whole
Yeah.
bunch. We don't have them on the table because a lot of the colors just keep selling.
Right, and as Dinah said, go on to Ravelry and you could look up the what the hat situation is with the.
I think I want to say it's called is the Georgia.
That I don't know. It's hold on, we'll find it. Here's the Spincycle Plump. Here you go. It's got 130 projects, which is quite a few considering it's a new yarn.
There's a brioche hat.
Yes,
and
that's the one that takes 2 skeins, right?
Hipstamatic is another hat. that somebody knit. It's designed by Noriko Ho. Here it is. It's a cute ribbed hat, and somebody used the Plump.
And the Georgia Beanie is what Diana was
That's a
telling
great one.
you about.
That's a cute one.
It takes one skein of Plump. So again, you could use this for a hat if you wanted to and put a palm on the top.
Exactly.
Or just buy
you could buy the same kit.
Or you could buy the yarn a la carte if you're not into palms on your hats. Right?
Correct.
So there you go. So that is a new delivery in the shop.
Here it is knit up.
Which is that?
The Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Georgia Beanie, and it's designed by, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Skeiny Dippin'.
Skeiny Dippin', that's cute.
I like that.
It's very
cute. Yes. So I think that one might take 2 skeins if you are cuffing the hat, because she wrote 160 yards. So I guess it depends.
Yeah.
If you're just making it a beanie without the fold over bands, you'd probably use less.
Correct.
Okay, so that is our new delivery on Plump.
Mm-hmm.
We probably should have covered the kits for the Jorah sweater. So the Jorah sweater
Let's do that next.
Is designed by Natasja Hornb. Hopefully you guys all took advantage of the discount that she had given. The sale ended on Sunday evening, or I should say Sunday midnight. The way the pattern was designed, you're going to want to use a fingering weight yarn for the body with the mohair, and if you don't like the mohair, you can certainly substitute and maybe find a yarn that just will give you the suggested gauge. The gauge, if I'm not mistaken, was 21 stitches over 4 inches, and it was 21 stitches in the bubblegum pattern, which is the stitch motif in the body of the sweater. So you're looking at about a DK weight yarn, and we were able to achieve it by her suggestion using a fingering weight and a mohair. So for the first kit, we have a colorway called Fog, which is a lovely color. We paired that with this colorway here. It's 3021. It's a color from Sandiscorn. It's Tin Silk Mohair. And when you look on the camera, you can see how the colors look relatively different. But what ends up happening is when you lay a single strand over a single strand of the main body of the yarn, you see that it blends quite nicely. There's not much of a differentiation. And with a lot of the mohairs, although I could order mohair directly from Kokan, in some instances I have, and I've used it in mine, I don't have the mohair in all the colors. Anybody who's willing to wait, I'll be happy to order it for you, and you can get an exact match. So this is the main body of the sweater.
Exact match is not necessary. I mean,
it is not.
Yeah.
No, it's not at all. This here is a beautiful teal. So imagine the body of the sweater in this light color. One of the bubbles is in the blue, and you can do another round in the night, which is the brown. So what will end up happening is as you can see, now you can also go stash diving because you don't necessarily need so much. The way Natasja designed the sweater is she suggested 2 colors, one at the top and the bottom and a different color in the center. If you look at Natasja's sweater, she went for a darker color for top and bottom and a lighter color for the bubble in the center. There are some testers who did 3 different colors, which is also beautiful. I tried to do that, and I found that I didn't have enough color differentiation in the value. So I had to rework my yoke after that was another setback.
Yeah, push it on. Yeah. Well,
Anyway, so you can make it your own. We're going to show you some suggestions. So this is basically the first kit, the main body, and then the bubble colors, and of course mohair to match on all.
just leave it there.
Yeah. Okay. Love this one.
You can do whichever one.
Is this the main?
Yep.
Okay. So on this kit, the main is the blue, very similar to Natasja's, and then we have the toast as a bubble, and then we went with ivory as another bubble. And you could decide, do you want more toast or do you want more ivory? The choice is yours. You have enough to pick on your own. So that's that kit here. Next up is a beautiful kit. This is going to be a pink body for those of you who are pink lovers. This is the pink clay with a very soft shade of pink in the mohair. And then for the bubbles, we have the charcoal and the ivory. Classic pink, gray, and ivory. Super cute, super feminine, and elegant. So that's lovely. And I highly recommend checking out the pattern pages, the project pages from the testers. Magnificent. So a lot of people use some vibrant pop colors. We didn't have a chance to do all of the brights. We got a magnificent delivery in from Madeline Tosh. So if you're looking for brights, you can always try to curate your own or ask us to do it for you. This here, the body of the sweater is in this pretty gray. And then we have the matching mohair. Love this kit. This is like my Grello kit. And then we have gold and ivory for your bubbles. So your stitch motif will be in the gray, and then your bubbles will be in these two accent colors. So that's a pretty trio. What else do we have here? Pam, is this from over there?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll put this. You want to show that one?
No, you show that. I'm looking for the yarn. I'm missing one of the silvers over here. It's over there somewhere.
Yeah, it's on the table. I think it's next to that green. So this is a fun one. The main body on this sweater is actually the yellow. It's this beautiful gold. I did not do that one.
Okay.
Oh, I did do that one.
Yeah,
that's the pink. Yep. So this is the main body, which is this stunning gold. And then we paired that with a charcoal gray and a silver gray. Look at how gorgeous this kit is.
That is pretty.
So if you want a little bit more boldness to it, this is a gorgeous. How would you describe that gold?
It's such a pretty gold.
Is it like a sunflower?
Yeah, like a sunflower.
Like a sunflower.
It's not harsh. It's
no,
not harsh.
It's stunning.
It's
very pretty.
Yep.
So that's one kit. And then I think we have one more to show you. And again, if you want something or if you have stash that you'd like to use, we'll be happy to work with you and try to come up with a color to coordinate. Okay, so for this one, toast is the main color. This colorway here. Now I know the mohair looks very light. This is not an exact match for sure, but when you lay the mohair on top of the fiber, it'll just lighten it slightly. And you will see this kind of a fiber. So it's not bad. Okay, so the main body is toast, and for this kit, we have it paired with the charcoal gray and the ivory. Another beauty, a neutral kit. Super nice. The mohair is getting really washed out. There it is. That's much better.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's a nice neutral. Yeah. And that's it for Jorah. So those are the new releases and new yarn in the shop. So you have a new release, and we actually have another pattern that's a new release to share with you. It's designed by, it's Chroma. How many of you have seen Chroma on Ravelry? It's designed by Jacqueline Cieslik.
I can never say it right.
I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Forgive me if I am not. She designed this in a 2-color Chroma version, and this one happens to be in a 4-color Chroma version. So we are going to show, what do you want to show first?
I would show this first.
We're going to show.
I would show you want to show the 2-color? What do you want to talk about? How we did it, 2 and 4 colorways?
Yes. So there's a 2-color option. I'm sorry, I have like a fiber in my eye. The 2-color option is sized up through size 54, if I'm not mistaken. It's 3 skeins in. We actually used Moda, which is one of the yarns that a tester used. Moda being a yarn from Wool Dreamers. And for the 2-color version, you have 3 skeins of 1 color, which is your top yoke color, and then 2 skeins for the bottom color. And if you look in the picture, this bottom color also has the pocket. Now, if you have leftover yarn at home, knit a pocket in a contrast color and make it your own 3-color sweater. Or do you.
Or don't do the pockets if you don't want pockets.
Right. Pam was saying, I don't like pockets. I don't know that I would make a pocket.
Because to me, they wouldn't be functional. So why should I have them there?
Oh, I feel like I would make it functional.
Well, like it doesn't. Oh, you would use it for something?
Why not?
Whatever. Well, listen, that's why it's so lovely. You can make it your own and do whatever you'd like. The motor yarn, just so you know, is 252 yards in a skein. It's 100% merino. It is a non-superwash yarn, and it has a gauge of, it says, 16 stitches is what it says. Now, it's interesting, Dinah. One says 16, one says 18. I thought it was 18. I said, wait, 16 doesn't sound right.
Interesting.
I thought it was 18 stitches.
So would they redo the label?
I'm looking to see what the other label says. This is 18. I believe it's 18.
Okay.
Because I knit, what did I knit with this? I knit a hat.
No, that says 18.
It says 16.
18.
That's
Okay.
16.
This is my hack. I use the camera now.
Oh, it's 16. This is 18.
You're right. It says 16. See, I can't see.
Anyway, so that's the yarn. So we did some kits that are 2 colors, and we did some kit, and you have enough for the pockets.
Excuse me.
You know, if you want to do that. And we did some that are 4
colors.
Show the sleeve on that one if you can, Dinah.
So this is fun. This one is done in 4 colors. We have 2 skeins for the top color, 2 skeins for the bottom color. 1 skein is a sleeve and a pocket.
Yeah. And
the other skein is the other sleeve and a pocket.
Right.
So cute.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Super cute. And again, check out the pattern page. Look up the name of the pattern. It's called Chroma. On our website, if you're looking to purchase it, there's Chroma 2-color and Chroma 4-color. We have 2 options in the 4 colors because we also used our sale yarn. So if you want to snag a kit that's on sale, I would go for the Forge.
So what Dinah's going to show you right now are the 2-color.
Okay. So what I'm going to show you first is the top color. This is going to be the light blue. So for all you blue lovers, this is a fun one. And this is, it's like a deep royal.
Yeah.
Very pretty. And that is our 2-color version.
One of them.
One. Is pink on the top here?
Yes.
Pink is on the top. And then we have gray for the bottom. Another pretty combo. Then we have this beautiful like mustard. And we paired that with a beautiful teal. That's a fun one. You know what? We probably could have done Jacqueline's. Because we have that beautiful Kelly green and that mustard. Yeah.
So there you go, guys.
You can curate your own. This here is the Kelly green. Everyone loves this combo. It's very preppy. And then beautiful blue at the bottom. And then, of course, I had to do a knitting place one.
Yep.
This one is pink on the top.
Pink is on the top.
Pink on the top and orange on the bottom. Now, if for any reason you decide, hey, I love the pink and orange, I want orange by my face, I don't want the pink, call us and we'll swap it out. Not a problem. You can also leave a note in the comments field and we'll be happy to. We always read the notes and we'll be happy to adjust. Next up is Pam. Is yellow the top?
Yes.
Yellow is the top color, and look at this crazy orange. It's like construction orange. This is so fun. It's a fun kit. So, I mean, I think this is the kind of sweater based on what we see here. Go for color.
And she says in the pattern,
yourself.
You could have 10 to 16 inches of positive ease, although we did see in the project page people that knit it, and they did not have that kind of ease to it. They had, you know, like Dinah was saying, I think the smallest size is a 44 finished.
Right.
And
I'm on the fence. Like I would probably, I could do that, or maybe the next
48.
size, the 48.
Right.
So it would be one of those two.
It depends. You know, you do whatever you like. Now, here are some 4-color versions, okay? There's that.
So now with the 4-color version, you have a little leeway. You have 2 colors for the main body. You could choose if you want
the oatmeal
one
on the top and that
right.
on the bottom, or vice
Because
versa?
yes, it's inverse.
And this is what we gave you for contrast.
This is a fabulous kit.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorites.
Yep.
It's just so autumnal, ready for
Very
fall.
pretty. Yep. And it looks like it's a fun,
Quick
fairly
knit.
easy knit. Yep. Let me show you another one. How about this thing? These are your two colors, top and bottom.
I think I would do the lighter color on top. I just have to say that.
I agree with that.
And then
And
the
this
deeper
has a
color.
beautiful, deeper, like a heathered rose and a lighter beige.
Right. So then if this is the sleeve, you're going to get one sleeve landing on the sweater, and then at the bottom, and then you have the light beige as another sleeve, and then you'd have that also layered as a pocket on the sweater. My hair is shedding all over the place.
There you go. Okay,
Losing
so
it.
here,
With
where did this go? Let me
with the
just-
black.
Oh, there it is. I didn't see it there. Here's the two main colors.
So for the main colors here, this is a fun kit. You've got the Kelly green up top. You got the black at the bottom.
A mint sleeve
Mint is one color sleeve.
and a beige.
So these are the two colors that would be your sleeves, and then the pockets would land right here on the bottom color. And of course, you could flip it if you want.
Yep, exactly. Okay, let's see what else we have here.
Let's do
This
that
one down
last
here,
moda.
Yep.
So we're going to show you our final kit in Moda, and then we're going to show you what we did in Forge. So here again, I think I would do the lighter color up top. This is like an oatmeal, and then we paired that with a very pretty teal. And then we have this like burnt
heathered
orange,
pumpkin,
yes,
yeah.
as one sleeve, and ivory. I know it's getting blown out, but there is contrast here.
It's hard
There
to
it
hold the skeins because they're so
They're
chunky.
big and bulky. A lot of yardage on here.
Yep,
So this-
252.
Right, so that's the Moda, and that's the 4 color possibilities in Moda. And I think we also have 4 possibilities to share with you in Forge.
The main colors and the kits in Forge are similar. There's 2 skeins in the main color and 1 in the contrast. And we like these because they seemed autumnal in colors that
Yes.
we could put in with it.
100%. So for this kit, we have the barn red on the top. We have the black at the bottom.
We have
Again, you could swap it out.
smoke and gold leaf. How pretty is
Beautiful
that?
kit.
Yeah, beautiful kit.
Forge is on sale. It's 25% off. The kit would typically retail for about close to $170, and now it's at $120 or about that. So if you're looking for a bargain or something on sale, Hudson and West is on sale. We've got Forge and Weld.
Main colors.
Oh, this one's great. This is the traditional grello, yellow and gray,
With a beautiful
juniper.
and
The other
barn
sleeve.
red.
Fabulous kit.
Pretty.
That's a good
I
one.
like that one. And here we have one that's a little more subdued, a little more traditional. Let's do this one next. Here are your main colors.
Now this one I don't know. I think I might do this. This one is Lake, and we have the Cabernet, and I think I might stack it like that. Maybe do the lake towards my face, and then we have black as one sleeve.
That's navy.
Oh, navy.
Right,
Ooh,
yeah.
even better.
Yeah.
Love the midnight.
Navy
This is a fabulous
navy
kit.
and ash.
So the pockets would lay
It's a little
on.
more sedate, but
Yeah,
it's
it's a
a
fabulous.
classic. It's a classic
Yeah.
color
It's
combo.
like a cozy combo.
And one last one is this one right here. I love
This is
one.
another good one.
This is lovely.
Are these the body colors?
Yes.
Okay, so ready for the body. I think I would put gold leaf on the top.
Right.
And this one here is red feather,
Red barn and
mustard.
mustard. How pretty is
So the barn red
yeah,
and the mustard would lay pockets,
on here.
right? Or you can have it vice
Could do it.
versa.
Well, no, you can't.
Well,
Oh, you could reverse it
you
that
can
way.
reverse
Yes,
it.
yes. I thought you meant the
No,
other
not
kind.
inverse, but
Yeah.
reverse.
There you go.
Getting our directions down.
So that is, we did quite a few kits, but it was necessary. Right, Dan?
Yeah, there are a lot of options because you have the 2 color options, you have the 4 color options. We figured, hey, we've got yarn on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Let us give you some new inspo with that. If you are looking for a bargain, I know Pam has her split decision cowl.
Yes, yeah.
It takes two skeins in the
Yep.
forge.
Yep.
That's a nice, that's a good sale.
Could do that.
You'd
sure.
have to buy it a la carte. I don't think it's on the website anymore as a kit.
And weld as well. There are some nice shawls.
So
you did
many.
some Natasja shawls with
Yes.
weld.
Yeah.
And
stock up
the
if
striped
it's
sweater we did with weld,
Mhm.
right?
And you can build your own. I think we dismantled the kits to get them all into the sale price.
Right.
So everything is bundled now. There's some quantity. We're thinning out actually more quickly on the forge, which is surprising to me.
Yeah.
But people seem to be hopping on that one. And I think that's it.
Do you want to show them some Madeline Tosh colors?
Oh, the new ones?
Yeah.
Oh, we could just show them. Sure.
Yeah, sure.
We
why
didn't
not?
do any kits, but we did get some new
Well,
yarn in.
why didn't we do any kits though?
Oh, because it
were
was
we going
8:30.
Well, no. But even that, we would have been here for sure until midnight.
Oh, forget it. We have so much new yarn. It's like obscene.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
Obscene. And it's already an hour and 10.
We're almost
We
done.
could keep going.
We'll be done probably in 5 minutes.
Are you going to bring them all over?
A few of them. Well, what should I do? Just bring a few of them over?
I don't know. There are a lot of new patterns that are being released. Stephen West has been dropping patterns left and right using fingering weight yarn. And we have a bunch of new Merino light in stock. All new colors, which is super fun for us. So we can get creative, making new kits, inspiring you with new colors. This colorway is called the Feel. It's a beautiful, beautiful deep purple. Almost reminds me of like the deep amethyst from Elizabeth Taylor that she wore in her ring.
Yes.
It's absolutely gorgeous. So if
Very
purple
deep.
is your
It's a very
vibe,
rich,
it's
very deep
gorgeous.
color.
Gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a colorway called Siren, which is pretty. I want to say it probably has, like, do you see it? The layers are definitely coming up. There's like a Cabernet, rouge kind of color, and then it goes into a beautiful plum. This colorway is called Siren. Wino Forever. You've seen this color. We've shown it to you in the beautiful DK from Madeline Tosh. Love it so much. We got it in fingering weight. This one is Rose, a very soft pale pink.
It almost looks beige.
Yeah, it's getting really blown
You
out.
can't see. It's very
Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just see if I go like that. There it is. Somewhat.
Doesn't do it justice though.
No. Then there's Star Scatter, which I absolutely love. It's this beautiful shade
I said
of
that
like,
is a Dinah color.
I love it. It's got all my happy colors.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Black, gold,
Yeah.
that light lavender purple. This is called the Radness, which is lovely. It's white with beautiful flecks of all different colors.
I'm not going to show all of them. We'll show this and we'll show the pops. How's that sound?
Okay. This one is brand new. This is called RED. I have to figure out what that stands for.
There are periods in between.
Yes, they're definitely initials. But it's a beautiful, beautiful like button jar blue kind of color with layers of speckled gold. Then we have this colorway called Laurel, which is a beautiful green. And if you just picture a laurel, I mean, it's
beautiful.
spot on.
Beautiful.
Spot
beautiful.
on. Then there's Rocanante, a color that we adore in the DK.
This would look lovely with Rocanante in that color.
Oh, why can't we
I'm seeing
do
a Stephen West shawl in that. What do you
Goodness,
think of one of
this
these?
is- Yes.
Of course you can. Of course you
Any
can.
of these painting stripes.
I love
He's got
this
these
one.
interrupted shawl.
Look at this one.
What about the new one that we actually have
Yes,
kits for
yeah.
it?
Oh, the
We just looked it up.
one that looks like a quilt.
Yes.
It's called quilt something.
Beautiful. There's
One of
so
those
many
colors and
dotted
colors.
rays. I mean, anything works.
Oh.
But
Just
just
dotted rays. I always
look at
like
this.
That.
That's a fabulous shawl.
Look at these. Look at these.
Just
I had to
look at
bring
these-
them over because the
Look
way
at
they
these
go.
four colors together. I mean,
Rocanante,
is that Urbane?
Urbane,
Saffron.
Saffron, and that's that funny name that you said. What was it?
Oh, funny.
What was it?
How could you know? Who knows Velma?
I don't know
This
who
is
Velma
called
is.
Velma's sweater.
Who was Velma?
Velma from Scooby-Doo.
I don't watch Scooby-Doo.
She's the girl with the glasses, the
How do you
frames.
know that's from Velma from Scooby-Doo?
This is her sweater color that she
Oh,
wears.
I don't know. Well, there you go. I don't know.
Velma sweater. I love the name, so I ordered the color.
There you go. Well, it's a beautiful color, Dinah. I'm glad you
Fabulous.
did that.
I'm going to look her up so you can
And
see.
okay, so let Dinah look her. Well, I'm going to leave Velma here then, so you can show us.
How could you not know? You don't know the characters in Scooby-Doo?
Dinah.
We named Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I know that. I know
Exactly.
he goes like, Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
That's all I know. Well, Dinah's showing that. I'm going to show you a few more colors, and we'll be done. This is a new
so
color
funny.
for us called Brace for Impact. Look at that, guys. Is that gorgeous?
Okay. See Velma? There she is.
Show them Velma.
There's Velma.
And she's wearing Velma. So
love
this
it.
is gorgeous. Or it would look nice with saffron, too.
Stunning.
This is another new color called Void.
That's
Like
the black and white.
Yeah. And this is another new color called Frontier Stars. Okay. Now the last thing we're going to show you, because we need to give you a pop at the very end.
I'm like a zinger to wake you up.
Show them those two. Those are your colors, then.
I know. This one here is called Flora Rose. It's, again, a neon pink. All these neons are really getting blown out. Very hard to show on camera.
Go closer. Go close up. It's better. There you go.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but this is Blue Nile. This is Button Jar, right? Button Jar, is that what it's called? And,
Flora Rose and Neon Peach.
And the last three that we have to show you are
a few zingers.
I think it's Geranium.
Geranium. Neon Lime. Oh, that's Edison Bulb. That's Neon Lime.
And that's Edison Bulb. That's a really bright. That's getting lost in the...
So we basically have all the highlighter colors.
Hold on, you get more.
Oh, there's more?
Well, the Nile and this are kind of bright. But yeah, you have everything there.
The neon rainbow.
You can do, I'm looking, there's 7 colors. What is his new shawl that takes 7 colors that we were reading today? It takes 7 skeins, and I can't think of what it is. It's one of his latest ones. I don't remember now.
Interrupted?
Could be. I don't know. I'm terrible with names. I wouldn't remember.
It's 10 o'clock.
Don't
ask me to remember.
In any event, I did not show you all the colors. There are more.
Yes.
So if you would please be good enough to give us some shawl suggestions, what you'd like to see in a shawl with fingering weight shawl.
I mean, you can knit a salty air tee. You can knit any t-shirt.
A Tegna.
Any of the shawls, just because we have used, let's say the Aster shawl, I used merino linen. You don't necessarily need to use merino linen. You can use any of the colors in Tosh Merino White.
Correct.
What other fingering
for
weight
some
shawls?
reason, this is so appealing to me.
Is that done in fingering weight?
Fingering weight.
With a mohair?
I don't know.
This is stunning, guys. We need to do this kit.
I would really love to do that.
It's
There's something
gorgeous.
about it that is just,
It's the quilt cardigan, no?
And you
Heirloom quilt, is it?
Fingering and fingering held together.
Okay, so you're doubling.
Or you could use DK.
But you get great yardage doubling fingering.
Correct. You would. And I think there's still, even though it's like DK, I think it's a lighter feel.
A different kind of bite.
Yeah.
The shop is such a mess, and I have to be here in the morning.
Anyway, that I love. And that is called the, in case you're looking at it, I just went right past it. It's called the Heirloom Quilt Cardigan.
Who's it designed by?
By Catherine Seeberger.
There you go.
There you go.
So we gave you lots of inspiration.
But you have to give us some inspiration.
I was going to say, in return, we would like some additional inspo. Hopefully you'll give us some suggestions for fingering weight single ply yarn, whether you want to see tops or shawls. Honestly, I think you can knit it with the mohair and you can knit the Jorah.
Well, exactly. I was just going to say that. Look at your Jorah.
Possibilities are endless.
Correct.
We couldn't do everything.
Yeah, we would have been here forever if we had to do that.
Exactly. Let us know if you've ever ripped out yarn and reknit it. What
your experience has been. Has it been a problem?
100%. We definitely want to hear from you. And also let us know if you like this format. The fact that we are recording it, of course, by the time you see it, you'll have all the edits in there. But when we say edits, we're not cutting anything out. Everything is live.
The added things.
Right.
Right. And also do leave a comment because we didn't have the chit chat back and forth. So
Right. We want to know
Chit-chat.
who's watching, where you're tuning in from. We love to hear when you are signing in from Australia, the UK, anywhere in Europe. I mean, we're so appreciative. The Netherlands, Canada,
yeah.
South America, the Far East. It's always a delight.
I think we have to go, Diana. It's almost
Yes.
breakfast time.
Seriously, should just sleep here. We're pulling an all-nighter. It's going to do wonders for my knitting.
There you go. Hey, that's right. No knitting tonight.
Well, see, now can you guys understand what's going on here? I'm a morning person.
Mhm.
My voice is already raspy.
Yeah.
Pam is excited to go home and knit.
Well,
and
no,
I'm
I don't.
excited to go
I don't
home
think I'm knitting tonight.
and get horizontal in my bed.
If I knit on that now, I'm sure I would make a mistake.
Anyway, it's just funny how
It's
you
true.
and I
It's
are
true.
differ that way.
Yep.
Are you a morning knitter or an evening knitter?
Or you could be both.
Could be.
You could be both. Right?
Do you ever wake up in the middle of the night and knit?
Well, I have to restrain myself because if you can't sleep, there are times you say, "Oh, I'll get up and knit," but I know that if I
That's
do that,
crazy.
I'm never going to go back to sleep.
I don't
I'll
think
get
I
too
can ever do that.
energized.
I get right back to. I mean, I could fall right back asleep.
Well, I have to make myself say, "I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to look at what time it is. I'm just going to either lay in bed or I'm going to just." I will
People
lay
do
in bed.
wake up and knit at night.
They do. I've heard people say they couldn't sleep, so they got up at like 4:00 in the morning, and they would just like, "Oh my God!"
But do they fall
dead
back
the
asleep?
next. No, they get up.
That's
I would
crazy.
die the next day. But anyway,
all right.
we are
that's my
going
son.
to say goodbye. We hope you have a great knitting week. We look forward to.
Hang on, Zach.
Even though we're talking to you now, when will this be posted? Probably.
Hopefully
in a few days.
by
Thursday.
So there'll be a little bit of a lag, but yes, hopefully by Thursday, and you'll watch it for the weekend.
There you go.
Thank you, everyone.
Good
Have
night,
a great
everyone.
night.